Right now, Shakur wins it because of his discipline. Because he showed against Teofimo that he stayed very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, you don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. just dropped a brutal prediction, warning that Shakur Stevenson's discipline and technical mastery would overpower Gervonta Davis, even as a motivated Tank remains a nightmare for anyone.
He showed that he's going to be on that list very soon. Four division champion already. Still looking to get more. Showed that he has all the tools, all the tactics. Stay cool under pressure. Proved a lot of things. Took a good fighter and took him to school. And that's what great fighters do. So it's like, you got to give him his props. Excellent outcome. Had shots out to defeat Teofimo too for taking a fight at that risk at that time in his career.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis believes his explosive power is the ultimate difference maker against Shakur Stevenson. With a history of knockout victories and the ability to end any night with a single shot, Davis is confident that Stevenson's defensive mastery won't hold up under pressure.
Yeah, he's definitely one.
Do you think that's gonna be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Cause he a good boxer, nigga. Like that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
his power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If go look at his fights.
So you feel like
put him on game by the time.
Yeah, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
Adding on hope to the clash, legendary former champion Floyd Mayweather just weighed in on the lightweight debate, and his pick might surprise you. The boxing legend made it clear who he believes is the most skilled fighter in the division right now, and it's not the biggest name or the biggest puncher.
Floyd, when you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
The tension between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis just reached a boiling point in a fiery new clip. Shakur calls out Tank for what he sees as blatant hypocrisy, accusing him of ducking real competition while feeding fans lesser names who haven't earned their place in the sport. According to Shakur, Tank talks down on others but refuses to step into the ring and settle it.
If that fight can't happen, I think somebody got to be scared.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
I mean, you've stated on the record you want it.
Yes, for sure. And he goes out there and he disses me all the time and speak bad about my name. So it's like, if you feel the way that you feel about me, oh, I'm not this and I didn't do nothing for the sport of boxing as you like stated, then fight me.
Right.
Why you can't go fight
and make some money?
Exactly. Why
put me in my place and make some money while
exactly.
you're at it.
Shakur argues that Tank avoids fighting him while claiming that other opponents haven't contributed to boxing or earned their stature. Shakur insists their fight would capture the imagination of the entire world, not just American fans, and makes it personal by mentioning Tank's past disrespect. He declares he'd fight anywhere to settle it, refusing to back down.
Exactly, but why go fight all of these guys that haven't done nothing for the sport of boxing, haven't accomplished the things that I accomplished?
Don't have your stature either.
And you go out there and then say, oh, he didn't do nothing. What have he done for the sport of boxing? But you're not fighting me, you'll fight somebody else. So fight me.
You think that fight would capture the imagination of boxing fans, particularly American fans?
I think that fight will capture the imagination of the world. I think that's the biggest fight in the world. See, like
you would be fine fighting him in the U.S. or
Despite the tough talk, Shakur gives Tank his respect as a fighter. He praises Tank's boxing ability, IQ, footwork, power, and shot setup, admitting he loves his style. However, he makes it clear he doesn't believe Tank can beat him or is on his level, confidently stating he is way better.
It is like, I know. Even though he try to diss me and talk down on me all the time, I'm not that guy. Like I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna tell the truth and speak my piece. But I think he's a tremendous fighter. I think his boxing ability is Insane. I think his boxing IQ, feet work, power, the way he sets up shots. I love his boxing style.
Yeah.
Do I think he could beat me? No.
Right.
Do I think that he's on my level? No. I think that I'm way better than him, but it's only one way to find out.
Exactly.
And we got to get in the ring with each other.
Coming towards Roy Jones Jr., who just broke down the long-awaited Tank versus Shakur matchup, and his verdict comes down to one word: discipline. According to Jones, Shakur's unwavering focus inside and outside the ring gives him the edge over Gervonta Davis, whose personal struggles have raised questions about his consistency when it matters most.
Right now, Shakur wins it because of his discipline. Because he showed against Tim Freeman that he can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally. So it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline, but we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right time than we've seen him not have discipline.
Moreover, Roy Jones Jr. delivered a breakdown of a potential Tank versus Shakur showdown, ultimately leaning towards Stevenson due to his superior discipline, but with a major caveat. He made clear that a focused, motivated Gervonta Davis is a problem for anybody, warning not to underestimate Tank's intangibles and fight IQ despite his outside-the-ring struggles.
Because of his discipline, but don't get it twisted. If somebody could be Tank Davis, would be that person because of his intangibles. When Tank is disciplined, got his mind on right, Tank is a problem for anybody. Tank can fight better than what people think he can. It's just that sometimes his outside antics get the better of him, and it makes people think less of him, but don't underestimate Tank Davis. If Tank is motivated and ready to fight, Tank is a problem for anybody.
Adding even more fuel to this super fight narrative, heavyweight legend Mike Tyson is backing Gervonta Davis, and he's not whispering about it. Tyson made it clear, Shakur Stevenson isn't some fighter you can just clip and watch crumble. He's too sharp, too defensively gifted, too disciplined. To drag Shakur into deep water, you need raw danger and a real knockout threat. And in Tyson's eyes, that danger is Tank. Power in both hands, explosive speed, and that cold, calculated killer instinct that can flip a fight in a single exchange.
Mike, who will win out of Shakur and Gervonta?
Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
I like to go with Tank. You know, everyone's gonna go with Tank, you know. It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. He is boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing. He's hard to beat. To bring out the best in Shakur, you gotta pressure him like Tank. Tank will bring out the best of him, and we'll see a great fight. Tank is just a monster right now.
Then you've got Terence Crawford weighing in, separating hype from skill. Strip away the personality talk, he says, and what you're left with is undeniable. Shakur is elite. The it factor, the ring IQ, the ability to turn a fireworks fight into a high-level chess match. He's the type of fighter who can make a puncher hesitate, think twice, and slowly unravel. For Tank, this wouldn't just be another highlight reel knockout. It would be a tactical war against a master technician capable of exposing the smallest mistake.
He's definitely talented, you know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
And now, renowned boxer Keyshawn Davis basically said the reason people call Shakur Stevenson the next big thing is that fans genuinely don't see many fighters beating him. When people debate Shakur versus Gervonta Davis, it's not one-sided. It's real back and forth arguments. That alone says something. It's not Tank destroys him across the board. It's a serious discussion.
Why do you think people say that Shakur Stevenson then is the next big thing in the sport?
For one, I really think the fans don't really see nobody beating Shakur. When people bring up him and Tank, when I see and I go read like little stuff about it, they really be debating. It don't be like, oh, Tank is gonna destroy this guy and everybody is saying this. No, that shit be like real debates. Like, no, this Shakur, this, that. And then not only that, now you see Shakur moving up in weight, he's filling out, he's dropping this dude. He went crazy that last fight. That last fight was like kind of crazy. You go back and watch, that was crazy, you know, so.
Furthermore, Keyshawn's point was that Shakur has been handling business for a long time, and now he's finally getting his credit. The only thing missing in his view is that one defining name, someone who can match his speed and intensity from round 1 to round 12. Once he gets that signature win, there will be no debate. That's when he fully steps into that role. A new generation champion proving he's the real deal.
Now I think people is getting another insight on Shakur, like, nah, this kid, he been kicking ass for a long ass time now. This kid probably really is the real deal. You feel what I'm saying? He getting his just due. At this point, I really think it's just about giving him that one example. That one real name. That one person that can go 100 miles per hour with him from round 1 to round 12. A new generation, new champion.
Gervonta Davis is locked in, and critics are already sounding the alarm. According to those watching closely, Tank has flipped the switch again. The focus is sharper, the energy is different, and the hunger that made him a star is fully reactivated. But as he gears up, a new narrative is taking shape around a potential showdown with Shakur Stevenson.
Promoters, networks, everybody involved to just understand that this dude doesn't want to fight specific fighters. Right? He just wants to scrape away as much money from the fans as possible, take the path of least resistance, and go unscathed and just move on. That's the reality. It's the hardcore reality. It's just the truth. It's not something he has an interest in. He don't want to take high risks. He's not a competitor. He's just simply not. He don't have that competitive nature.
Some are now suggesting that Tank choosing Shakur isn't about testing himself against the division's most skilled technician. It's about easy money. The argument: for a fighter of Tank's caliber, Shakur represents a paycheck, not a threat. Critics claim Davis sees Stevenson as an opponent he can walk through, not the legitimate challenge fans believe him to be.
Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, all y'all. Keyshawn Davis, separate yourself right now. Because once Gervonta Davis activate his hunger, it's a nightmare for everybody. Yeah, I don't give a damn if you a fan or not of Gervonta Davis. You a boxing fan. You know skills. You know who is who. We all know who is who. And let me say it like this. When Gervonta Davis decides to take this ish serious, when he want to activate his killer instinct, it's a nightmare for everybody. And they all know who's that guy.
But here's the twist. While fans fantasize about Tank versus Shakur, reality may be heading in a different direction. Instead of Stevenson, a rematch with Isaac Cruz is being pursued under Premier Boxing Champions. The pressure-fueled rivalry still has unfinished business, and trainer Calvin Ford has long pushed for that sequel. So while the chess match with Shakur simmers in the background, the immediate storm could be Cruz once again, bringing relentless pressure and forcing Tank back into the fire.
It's a big fight. And it's a fight the fans want to see. And people are jumping to the conclusion that it's Shakur Stevenson when it's simply not. If and when he does come back, the guy that is on the radar is a rematch with Mexican superstar title contender and former world champion Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Okay? But we already knew that from when he signed the fight with Jake Paul. It was between Jake Paul and Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz has always been on the radar.
Coming on towards the brutal training camp, Shakur Stevenson possesses some of the most refined technical skills in modern boxing. His defensive mastery is built around elite footwork, sharp distance control, and a disciplined high guard. He reads opponents exceptionally well, slipping punches by inches and countering with precise timing rather than reckless power. His southpaw stance adds another layer of difficulty for opponents, as he controls angles and dictates pace with a calm, calculating approach. What makes his skill set insane to many analysts is how effortless he makes high-level competition look, often neutralizing aggressive fighters without taking significant damage.
That's what I was thinking.
That's exactly what I do.
You know that shot you shot right before that, I double teamed you.
What the f gotta do with me?
Offensively, Stevenson relies on accuracy, ring IQ, and punch placement over sheer knockout force. His jab is one of his most important weapons. It disrupts rhythm, measures range, and sets up clean combinations. He rarely wastes punches, maintaining one of the highest connect percentages in his division.
All the way. We are. And we still got him up, baby.
Stevenson's capabilities are rooted in years of elite-level training, including his time with USA Boxing before turning professional. His training camps are known for intense technical drilling, sparring with high-level partners, and a strong focus on conditioning and defensive repetition. Working with experienced trainers, he sharpens timing, reflexes, and strategic adaptability. The result is a fighter whose preparation shows every time he steps into the ring, disciplined, technically sound, and mentally sharp. And now his opponent, Gervonta Davis, is known for putting together intense, high-discipline training camps built around explosive power, sharp timing, and controlled aggression. His camps heavily emphasize refining his devastating counter-punching ability, especially the fight-changing left hand that has produced highlight reel knockouts. Heavy bag sessions focus on compact, explosive combinations with full power, while pad work sharpens his timing, reaction speed, and precision counters. Strength and conditioning are central to his preparation, featuring explosive lifts, resistance drills, and core work designed to maximize punching power and balance. Every movement in camp is calculated to enhance his ability to explode at the perfect moment. In a recent video, Gervonta Davis shows he's a half ninja in training camp.
Gervonta Davis, the gymnast.
A major part of Davis' development has come under the guidance of Floyd Mayweather Jr., where defensive awareness and ring IQ became key elements of his style. Under structured camps, Davis incorporates intense sparring with pressure fighters to sharpen composure and adaptability. Conditioning remains a priority. Road work, sprint intervals, and endurance circuits ensure he maintains knockout power deep into the later rounds. When fully locked in, Davis's training intensity mirrors his in-ring presence. Patient, dangerous, and built to end a fight with a single explosive shot.
This is round one, right?
The The stage is set. Power versus precision. Knockout artist versus master technician. Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson is a fight that could define this era of boxing. Tank brings the explosive, fight-ending power and that calm, stalking pressure. Shakur brings the elite footwork, ring IQ, and defensive brilliance that can turn chaos into a chess match. One punch can change everything, but 12 rounds of skill can rewrite the script. This isn't just a clash of styles, it's a battle for supremacy. Is it going to be Tank's devastating power shaking the division once again? Or will Shakur prove that precision beats power when the lights are brightest? Legacy, respect, and the future of the sport are all on the line. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, comment your prediction below, and subscribe for more boxing content. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next drop. Until next time, stay locked in.